have to be quick about this because it's getting later and later as I'm trying to get out there. I'm in my shed. I only have 12-volt light in here right now because the generator's not running. But I wanted to show you, I'm going to be using my Ravin R10 today, which I had some issues with earlier this year trying to get it sighted in. I'm going to do a YouTube video on the issues. And then I'm going to be trying this new broadhead here, Spitfire XXX. It's a 3-bladed 2-inch cutting diameter. We'll see how all that goes on a Ravin lighted knock. The only way I can find my arrows after I fire them. It was just before 8 a.m. and I had been in my elevated blind for a couple of hours. Hearing the sound of 2 chainsaws being operated a half to a quarter of a mile away made me wonder if that noise would scare any deer off. Right about then, a doe came out into the open. I took one look at its size and decided not to harvest it. It stayed around for about 10 minutes and then ran off. Now some of you might be asking yourself, what's up with the 2x4s in the way? Well, my elevated blind is not complete. It has a roof, a floor, and the wall studs are in place. I have my pop-up ground blind set up inside. I just haven't had the time or money to complete the project. Anyway, back to deer hunting. A short time later, directly in front of the blind, a large doe was walking towards me. I'm thinking, this is the one. Then much to my surprise, there was a fawn right behind her. I've seen these two before. I did some research on harvesting does when a fawn is present. Being later in the year, this fawn had been weaned, that I'm sure of. I'll talk more about it after the shot. For those of you not sure if you would have harvested this deer, I will leave a link to the bow hunter's website in the description below. You be the judge. I had to take that shot. That doe was just huge. And it turned and gave the perfect opportunity to land it. The only thing is, I know the arrow didn't go through because it took off with it, so it must have hit a bone. So I'll have to give it some time and have a good idea where it went down. And that deer that was with it, it's more than likely it's fawn, but that fawn has to be well over a year old. It's just hanging around mom. I think mom weaned it. I think I've got some video of mom weaning it where the deer wanted to try to suckle the mother, and the mother, hoofed it. So it ran back toward my camp. And so I have a feeling it's down right around in that area. I'll have to go check it out. Well, to give you an idea of where I'm at, you can see the shack back there, the elevated blind. And I knew this deer cut over this way. And it's got my arrow in it. And if nothing else, at nighttime it would glow. But I found it. And I can see it down over there. Looks like it's laying on my arrow, my bolt. That was one big doe. I'm surprised there was no blood trail. And the arrow didn't go through. A lot of blood here. But before that, nothing there.
Probably the biggest doe I've ever shot. It's a good sized doe. Let's turn it over and see what the arrow looks like. That lighted arrow is somewhere out there in the brush. Must have broke it off because that's where it went in. That was a good shot. Right where I wanted it. But I'd also like to recover my arrow. I wonder if it pulled out. I'll have to wait till night. Well, what I thought was maybe a bad shot turned out to be a good shot. It went in a little high, I think. But well, I gotta get my UTV to get this girl out of here.